Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. Yes, I lost 2 nails. And, yeah, you kind of don't feel like yourself when you lose something. Anyway, Meghan Markle and Harry. So, normally what happens to me, I have everything I want to talk about in the morning. And then about the afternoon come, my brain is pooped. And I'm just like, what was I going to say? Sucks. Anyway, that's why we're going to do it this way. I want to start off by talking about something that I heard on Sue's station. She had a really good segment today. She talked about Samantha. She talked about Meghan and how she put herself into the situation. And it was really good. Some accountability, none there. And that's, she also thinks that Harry is going over there to get content and come back. A lot of people believe that. Like, do you guys really think that they would be that stupid to continue to trash the royal family after their popularity is going to crap? Why do they think their popularity is going down? You know, I just like Meghan McCain said, Meghan is tone deaf. Like, are you not hearing anything? Are you not hearing whispers? Are you not understanding that your popularity is shot? Speaking of shot, her brand, what is her brand? What does she stand for? What is it that Meghan stands for? Because all I've been hearing is trash, trash, trash. The Oprah trash, the Netflix trash, and so forth. So I wrote down brand, and I was trying to think, like, what is their brand? Is it the book? Is it the spare book? Is it the Netflix? Is it the Spotify? Is it that she's a humanitarian? Is that she just wrote the Pearl? She wanted to do that, but that didn't start off too good. Is it the Tig? That's what her brand is. What the heck does Meghan stand for? And what is her brand? I don't know what her brand would be, people. Like, I'm asking those journalists that report on her brand. And I get that a brand is who you are. Like my channel. That's my brand. But Meghan doesn't have like that yet. Okay, so her brand is Harry. And let's talk about it. So that's her brand. Because she didn't have a brand before Harry. Yes, she had a small little Tig thing, and she had a small little part in a cable show called Suits. And, you know, she lived in Canada, and she was dating a guy named Corey or Trevor, one of them. They were living together. But what is her brand? Like, did she have a brand before Harry? That's what I'm asking the Sussex squad that, because they seem to think that Meghan did all this on her own and made herself who she is today because of her stuff. No one knew who Meghan was until Harry brought her into the spotlight and said, okay, here's the woman that I think I'm in love with, the lady that I'm in love with. And so then we were start to research who the hell Meghan is. I was like, oh, okay, she seems like a pretty nice, pretty legit person, you know, for Harry. She doesn't have any kids. She's an American. That's a big thing. And she's half black, so that's big too. But I thought it was just wonderful that she had the fast track to royalhood, and she's got all these privileges and stuff. And then the Sussex squad over there wants to say, well, why would you go? They didn't want her there. Nobody wanted her there. The British people didn't want her there, and da 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 da. You can't make that argument without saying that what she did to them. So I guess we can erase all of Meghan's deeds. That's just like it didn't happen. Like the racist information didn't come out. The suicide, none of that came out on the Oprah show and Netflix. None of that. And so when you're having a conversation with a Sussex person, you don't really get a whole lot of substance. All you get is, who are you? You're jealous. And it's more of a character attack on us. Like, okay, I'm going to go after you since you're talking about Meghan. But instead of listening or caring or even considering what other people are thinking, because you know what I started thinking? I started thinking that if the Sussex squad can be this much in love with her and defend her and guide her and lead her and allow her to make these wacky decisions, because like I said, I used to be a fan. And then all that Mexican thing started happening, and I was on there like, no, don't do it, don't do it, crying. Not literally, but just begging her not to do it. But here's the thing. I don't think I would want a squad that is just going to pat me on the back and just continue to let me make a fool out of myself. But this is what happens with the Sussex squad. They want to get mad, they get defensive and stuff like that. But I take it back. Some of them that I've spoken with are very respectful. They're they communicate. They just want to know, and then when you tell them, they understand, but they're still Team Meghan, and there's nothing wrong with that because they've chosen their side. However, it makes me think about who these people are. I get that there's a younger crowd that she has, but there's also just my geographic team of people that are thinking like, wow, is this girl crazy? But this is my confusion with the Sussex squad is they seem to think that her behavior is okay because they think that the royal family actually did that to Meghan. But if they stop to listen to us and realize that most of the stuff that she said is coming back untrue, like the title statement, they didn't tell us who said that about Archie, but it was never a racist statement. And then this unconscious bias, they never proved that. Where was that, Harry? Because they were curious about Archie's skin color. My dog was curious about what color Archie was gonna look like. It's just a stupid scenario. And for her to say it and Oprah to let her say it on her show, to me, just blows my mind. That's a whole nother story that I've already talked about. But it makes me think like, is some of the Sussex squad narcissists too? And then when you say something about her, because Sue said that a couple of people have said something about her, written it out, and then the Sussex squad attacked them, and then they took down the post about how they felt about Meghan. But what I like about Meghan McCain is that she's not running from anybody. No one's leaving. And let me or one of us come up and people, just hypothetically, they found out that I said something or something was said, a lot of people, I will be shut down. I will be attacked and all that other stuff by the squad, I'm sure. But I'm a little person. So, However, you take a celebrity that says something, even Chris Rock, I'm sure he got a spanking from the Sussex squad, I'm sure. And so did South Park. But who cares? Because the Sussex squad is starting to look a little shady. And I say shady is because you can't continue to really think that her behavior is okay and think that there's any morals, any ethics, anything in her that makes her human or empathetic to anything other than herself. For whatever reason, Meghan is not going to the coronation. It's the reason that she chose. And she didn't base it off of anybody else's thought, feeling, or whatever. She based it off of what was best for her. And that's what Meghan does at every situation. Here's another question, guys. Remember that Flop You series? And I want to read some of your posts. Oh my God. You guys are beautiful. I love my subscribers. You guys are in it. Any one of you can start your own channel and have it. Michelle, Liz, Deborah, Judith, all of you guys are just amazing. The information, because you have a heart, you think, you are considerate. You can tell by, why would she do that kind of question? Anyway, let's go back just forgot what I was going to say. But I know I was talking about the Sussex Squad. Her brand. Like, what is her brand? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what Meghan brand is, and I don't think that she does either. Then I thought, well, maybe her brand is trashing the royal family, because here it is, it's coming back. Remember the docuseries, Netflix? And so during Netflix, Meghan gets on there, and oh God, I forgot the thought again. Maybe it's the wine. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I think I got it. So here's the deal. Here she has a brand, right? There's a brand. We don't know what that brand is at all. Then they did a docuseries, and it was supposed to be their love story. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get any love. I got their brand was bashing the royal family, because everything that they've done that's been in the highlight has been about what they've done to the royal family. And the other little trickery things that Meghan is trying to do in trying to get people, well, the podcast, is that her brand? So she's an influencer. She's okay. I get it. She's got a resume, and it's full of stuff. She's got a resume, and it's just full of, she's done this, she's done that, she's done all this stuff. Okay. I can see she's dabbled in a lot of stuff, but I still am confused about who she is as a brand, because it just sounds like to me that Meghan, the way she has gotten what she wanted in life is through others. And then when she's done with those people, she chews them up and eats them out. She has, honestly, to me, in the last couple of months that I've seen, have tried to pimp and to manipulate and she has tried to bully the royal family into allowing her to be on the balcony and all of that other stuff that she was demanding. Those were demands. Those wasn't requests. A request is something that you ask for, not something that you are requesting or demanding or call over there and say, this is what I want or I'm not coming. And so what does the Sussex Squad say about that? That that's okay for her to do because her father-in-law mistreated her? So you call taking care of her financially mistreating her. I got a post the other day from a Sussex Squad person, and it wasn't even a squad. I think it was just an individual, and it was a really good communication. And she really pumped Meghan up to be this great person. And I responded like, I don't see what you see. I don't see Meghan being this influencer, this nice person, this person that is trying to help charities and do like, no, I see someone out for self. Because you don't decide to leave a country and then turn around and diss it on national TV along with the people that were trying to help her fit in. She called them helping her fit in, feeding her to the wolves. I don't believe that the royal family did that. And that's why I dislike Meghan, because she lied for her benefit. She told a story to make herself look better in the news. Because you can't tell me that she didn't want to run over here and feel like she didn't fail. Because at the end of her docuseries, and I know I'm skipping around, she tells us that Harry explains to us how Meghan was going to change the world because she was this black princess from America. But since all of that happened to her in the UK and with the royal family, that will never happen now. That was at the end of the docuseries. And I just remember thinking to myself, who? You want us to believe that you are going to save the world, Meghan. You didn't even work for over a year for the royal family, and then you were ready to go. You didn't even give it 5 years, and you said, the hell with this. But you're going to change the world? Mel, on paper, you want us to see that. Through awards, you want us to see that. But the truth of your character is out there. So Harry props her up to be this, oh, she was going to be Diana 2.2 and take over and save the kingdoms and do all this stuff for Queen Elizabeth when she lied. Meghan said on that interview, I hope I get to say that, but no, Harry, you're not going to put your wife on a pedestal and then all of a sudden we're going to believe it. No, your credibility is shot too. No, nobody care and think about what you say anymore. You are a joke. And then your people don't even want you there. I think I was great. I was grateful for Harry for going home because I think it's just a good thing for him to do. But to say that he's some hero or he didn't done something great, no. I think he made the first step into making a decision without basing it off of her for a second. I feel like I can't give him too much credit because he's gone. He's gone. And I think they fought and just had it out forever. And then come to find out he was concerned about where he was going to be sitting. No, Meghan wasn't going to be this black goddess because she wasn't even pretending to be black. She was pretending to be white. You don't know what color she wants to be today. You don't. But I find it very distasteful for her to use the race card and think that, oh, it's okay. And that it's not going to be challenged and it's not going to go down in history that this has happened. And it will never go away. And here's the thing. I don't think their brand will ever recover from it. I don't. And I think as I continue to talk about her, I don't see any signs of oh, maybe it's me. Maybe I need to check myself. So I don't even think she's tone deaf. I don't even think she realized the damage that she has done and that people like us don't believe that she said that. And I don't think we're ever going to sit right until there's some accountability for that. And it's unfortunate because now she's got to come out and say that, maybe she misdirected. Speaking of misdirected or misspoke, I was over there at Sue's house. Her segment today was boom, boom, boom. It was so good. I almost watched it twice. I may go back and watch it again because I feel like I missed something. But Sue tells us that the lawsuit between her and Samantha is still going on because Samantha has refiled. And she has filed using Netflix. And remember, I was like, how come she can't use Netflix? Netflix, she uses her daughter as a pawn. And, if I was a judge and I saw that, I would be like, well, dang, did you have to do that to her, Meghan? Nah, see, I didn't got good. I don't get started until I get 15 minutes in. So maybe I should just chop off no, just kidding. Listen, don't forget to like, okay? And subscribe. No. I don't forgot what I was talking about. It's the wine. But no, I know I was talking about Brandon and that stupid ending of that Netflix show where Harry was propping his wife up on a pedestal. He does that wherever he go. She tells him to. Don't forget to mention me and make sure, I look like the princess. Meghan has effed up. And I'm going to stop even the insinuating cussing because that is not me. We do not do that up in here. Yeah, I would have to get a whole swear jar thing. Anyway, so let me just stop it. No, she doesn't have a brand. Meghan doesn't have, Meghan, they won't recover from this. This won't be a recovery. People are not going to turn around and start liking Meghan tomorrow. As a matter of fact, the verdict is still out. I think her popularity continues to plummet. And the scary part about it is they're going to continue to take polls, and it's going to continue to plummet. Because her not going to the coronation, people that don't even follow her every day, it's just like, well, why would she go? Kind of thing. And so, Sussex Squad, it feels like it's a snob to the king. I was talking about Sue. Yep, Samantha. I'm getting there. It's the wine that's blaming on the wine. So Sue tells us that, she filed like the 14-day thing that she had to do. She refiled, but she filed it with using the Netflix docu-series, that 6 hours docuthon thing that Meghan had going on. And guess what? To me, that was the most damaging. I didn't read Finding Freedom. I wasn't interested. Nope. But I may have to read it for my subscribers because there's some things I might need to know. How sinister she talks about herself. Maybe I can get some snippets. Anyway. So Sue also said that I just thought it was great that she gets to use that because there's so much content in there. She talks about her family. She talks about how classless they are. She talks about how she loses her father from that paparazzi stuff. And if I was a judge, I would be like, this is who he married? Mm-hmm. Yep, I would be reading all up into it. I'd be like, woo, she is ruthless. Because when I watched the docuseries and saw how Meghan went in on her sister, it blew my mind. That she would talk about her knowing that she just married a prince and that she's on a global stage. And even if you wasn't, why would you talk about somebody like that? Like, it was just such a negative 6 hours. Then she wanted to show clips of the kids. That was like the only best part. Then you saw the back of their neck. You couldn't even see the kids. You saw Archie's head. Listen, if she don't want to show the kids, keep them. But don't keep them away from the family members and the father. We already know that. But no, that's what and then the docuseries, it went on to show us this fake love story that doesn't exist. That I felt nothing. I didn't go, oh, look at that. No. Because my mind was too busy thinking about what she had just previously had said about somebody on the docuseries. I said, this girl is going in. And then Harry's sitting his doofus self next to her like a traitor. That's why your people don't want to see you. And those are his people. Those are his people. He may not never rule, but that is that is his birthright. That now I can say it. That is Harry's. That is where Harry lives. He's connected to the father, the king. He just got jacked up and messed around and married the wrong woman. Because, You cannot tell me, women, that if you were married to Harry, that you would have agreed or allowed or wanted him to do what Meghan, all this all this trash in the family. She has him believing that he's protecting her from the bad people. Who's the bad people, Harry? Your family? They became the enemy when you met this woman, and the Sussex Squad can't see that. And I just think that it's unfortunate because I stopped being her friend. I was a royal person for her and Kate. I was on both websites, and I would go every other day, and I would just look, like, oh, look what she's doing. Nope. I got off and ran. I said, I'm done. When they did that Mexit thing, someone asked me when she did it for you. Well, it started in Africa. No one asked me. And then it ended when she got on the bus. But what really did it for me was the Oprah show. I was disgusted. I'll be right back. So, to be continued with Samantha's lawsuit. So we'll see what happens with that, right, guys? I'm hoping for Samantha, and and you know, people are saying that she's getting more than 75,000. Yes, we know. I'm sure she's got several things, and then the judge goes through them and throw out what they want to throw out, and then they decide. I get it, but for it to begin at 75,000, I feel like this lawsuit could have been avoided, but it doesn't look like that. And according to Sue, Meghan's over there trying to downplay everything, saying that that's not really what she meant, or she misspoke. When I heard that, I stopped. I think me and my daughter was doing something. I was like, wait a minute, Kara. And I rewinded let me hear what Sue just said. That was weird to me. That she misspoke. You didn't miss several times. You misspoke on the Oprah show, on Freedom, and Netflix. No, honey, you had that in the plan. She had that in the plan. Along with the other stuff, because she didn't think that Harry would continue a relationship with his father. Because I'm going to repeat this for a while, because I said it on previous, that Meghan told us that Harry lost his father in this process. He lost him, which means he's gone. He's never going to see him again. They're never going to communicate again. It's over. She goes to say, I've lost my father in this process. She talks about him on the docuseries. The judge will see it. And then she talks about how she loses her father. She hasn't lost her father. She kicked him to the curb. I can't even tell you why. There's no excuse. And so you can't tell me that Meghan's not having a hard time with Harry's relationship with his father. You can't tell me Meghan's not having a hard time with the relationship that Harry is having with his father. Because Harry's going home. Meghan doesn't want him to have a relationship with him. She wants control. She wants full access. That means he does exactly what she says. And I don't think that she was given her blessing for him to go. It took too long for the verdict to come out. And I don't believe she was getting ready to come. No. I believe there were fights and arguments and stuff. I believe she wanted those demands, and if she didn't get them, she was not coming, because she's yet to get her apology. And maybe she didn't want to feel like but you already are a hypocrite, because you put the titles on the kids after you said the royal family was racist. But no, she doesn't want a relationship. She doesn't want them to have a relationship. She told us that when she said that they don't have one. And Harry's trying to hang on. And whether she's helping him, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe Meghan said, oh, Harry, go to keep us relevant. No. And again, I may be giving Harry too much credit, but whatever the reason why he's going home, it's the best decision for the king, not for the people, for the king, because he needs his family. And regardless of the prodigal son, they still come home. And you got to let them in sometime. And people are thinking they're going to have a reconciliation. I don't see that. I don't see a reconciliation as far as them trusting Harry as far as they can throw him. They don't trust him. They will never trust him again. And the trust will have to be rebuilt. So any reconcile, I love when the news starts talking about, oh, they're going to get together and they're going to reconcile. There's no reconciliation. Harry's going over there to support his dad. He's bringing his stupid self back over here with Cuckoo Bird. And then they're going to continue. But what they better bank on, they better stop being too tone deaf about the trashing, because it's going to get ugly for them. Because look at it. Their reputation is doing a drip, drip over. Drip, drip over. You can't build. How hard is it going to be for Andrew to build his relationship back up? Andrew, hello? Your reputation is doo doo doo. But guess what? Meghan, what is she, your cousin? She's something to you now. Her reputation is worse than yours. I would think it would be harder for Meghan to get hers together since hers is a little lower. And so I just think that these decisions to not go and da 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 da, it tells us a story about who she is. It continues to tell the story without anything being said. She's not going. I'll be right back. Okay, real quick. I did hear that, like I was saying, that Charles and Harry were chit-chatting, about, the coming days, about what they've been keeping in contact, which is good. They're probably not talking to each other about anything but the weather, I'm sure. He doesn't trust Harry to go to the bathroom and do nothing. Harry is not trustworthy. They never will trust Harry again. Harry will be isolated when he get over there because he put himself into the situation. He should not get any special treatment and continue with the plans of the coronation. And we will see him there. Okay, here's something. Yeah, I heard the Royal Rep say this, and I thought it was interesting. That Samantha had came out in an interview, like right after she found out Meghan was marrying a prince. So some kind of way, the press got to Samantha like a day or so after Meghan's announcement about Harry and them. But I was trying to think, and it was almost insinuated that Samantha, was almost like I don't know how I'm going to say it, like she came out first or something. I don't know. But no, because this is what I think. I think Meghan had enough time to call every family member and tell them, listen, something big is happening. Do not, to inform them. That was her job to do that, I think. Let me know. Okay. It's 32 minutes. I've never been this long. Just a second. I think I'm done. I'm going to go over it. If I ranted, I probably let it slip away. But listen, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I really wanted to read some of your comments because let me see if I can just read one. Just a second.